So I was on my way to school the other day. I was driving, and I saw this huge shadow come over my car, and I was thinking, that's weird. It's a completely sunny day.
Yeah.
So I looked up, and I saw this massive thing flying through the air, and I was like, what is that? And as I looked closer, I discovered that it was a giant banana pelican.
Hey guys, welcome to Little Big Podcast. This is episode 108, and we're outside enjoying the great outdoors.
Today's high was 77, and I'm pretty sure it's still close to that right now.
Yeah, it feels
So we figured
great.
we might as well enjoy the weather, spend some time outside, do our podcast outside.
And use our Astro Gaming headsets.
Yeah.
There's only one problem. It's a little bit windy, so I said, alright, let's go find some windscreens. Finders keepers.
I found a real windscreen.
And I used an apple cleaning cloth with tape around it.
Yeah. So anyway, it works. Hopefully the wind noise is greatly reduced, and
Yes.
we're going to go on with the show. So thanks for tuning in this week, guys. For those of you who are first watching the show, normally we do it inside. For those of you who always watch our show, yes, we are not in our location, but our real location is actually right up there.
Yeah.
So
It's like in the second story.
yeah,
area.
it's about 10 feet away, really.
Maybe a little more.
Well, 10 feet away from the camera.
Yeah, 10 feet vertical.
Okay.
So, alright, I'm going to only do a couple of shout-outs this week, and, we're going to keep it light and no name shout-outs anymore because, that just gets a little long. So,
Of course all of you want to shout out.
Yeah, of
we
course,
love all
everybody.
of you guys.
Shout out to everybody in the world. So you all got your shout out. All right. Our first shout out is our first mention is Mr. Wonderland. He actually made I forget what it's called, but it's like a picture where it's multiple of you, and it's pretty cool. He did it with LittleBigPlanet 2, and there's 4 of himself playing LittleBigPlanet 2, and wow, that's a lot of wind right now.
Yeah. The picture was really cool. I've always
Yes.
wanted to do this, and I'm thinking about doing this in a couple days for
Yeah.
another project. So, very cool idea. It looks awesome, and he was playing LittleBigPlanet 2, which is even awesomer.
Right. Next, we have a shout out to Core Gamers Podcast. They're just getting started. It seems like a really strong production, so we thought we would give them a shout out. So here it is. Go check it out, and I guess there will be a link in
between us, right there.
a link in the dirt.
There's a link down wherever your description box is, and
Yes.
if you're on YouTube, there's a link right here.
Yes. And another shout out, Miguel Gallus emailed us. He's a prolific creator. He's made a lot of really good levels. And he was like, hey guys, like we keep in touch with him fairly often. He said that he was working on a school project, and the people, he didn't really understand the logic behind this, and I don't either, but the people that get the most views on their video win. Or
get the
best
best
grade
grade,
or
right.
something like that. So we were like, we have a couple of people that we can send over there. So I guess just go ahead, click on this box. You can close it out. You don't even have to watch the video, but click on that box and you can watch his video and help him get a good grade. And I don't know.
We could
It'll help
blow it
you
away
too.
with thousands of views. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be really cool. And a final little mention, we have a new VFX project, and it's Medal of Honor inspired, basically. It's a first-person shooter, and we mimicked Medal of Honor perfectly without stealing
It looks
anything.
hilarious. We're on a field trip, on a school field trip, to this special ops museum, which
Right.
was actually, for once, a cool idea for a field trip, with special ops. But anyway.
We've taken a field trip to a wastewater treatment center. Like, where all the
What was
goes,
that? That was like 7th grade? That was
something
bad.
like that. It was really bad.
Anyway, so
and
our video...
you know what all the jokes were, wow, this place is, that was the joke of the day. So anyway.
So basically, we got bored while we were on the field trip, which is a classic experience.
Exactly.
And we decided, hey, we have our camera with us. Why not shoot a VFX project? So there was actually this really cool recreation of a city, like a World War II Normandy city. And we went through, did a first-person shooter kind of thing. And this is what we came out with. So check it out. Tell us what you think, and pass it along, because we think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty
and
cool.
And it took us about 40 hours of editing, maybe.
A little bit more,
combined between
a little
us.
less.
It took about 3 days to edit, but if you combine both of our hours of work,
Yeah,
it's
our
about
work
40.
hours was 40.
So pretty crazy. Hope you enjoy it.
Yes. All right, on to our levels.
All right.
What do you got?
First up, we have Metal Gear Rex Rising by Dr. Booty.
Yeah, this was a really, really cool level, and honestly, it looks stellar.
Right.
Everything.
I
like
had a
the lasers hitting the ground.
I
And
had a preview of this level the other day, and I have to say, I still don't understand how he comes up with these crazy robots and mechs and stuff. It's just unbelievable. And first of all, not only to make them look as good as they do, but also to make them work. Like, he doesn't just make things that work, he makes them look, like, really good.
Right,
And
and
part of his secret, not that this is a huge secret, but all of that is stickered on. It's not like he found some kind of super special material. I mean, he has to design each piece and sticker it on
that
differently.
even boggled the mind of Media Molecule guys at the New York City event.
Guys at the New York City event.
They're like, wait, what's that material? And they're like, he's like, it's blue wood with stickers. And they're like, no, what's the material? And he's like,
blue wood with stickers.
Blue wood, I made that.
So
and he's like,
it's an incredible level. It's not really a level. It's more, Dr. Booty's more of like a object builder. So this is an incredible mech, and he's really awesome guy. He's really cool to meet in person also. So.
Yes. Next we have a very undiscovered level. You guys were like, oh, I've played all these levels before, and even last week when we found some undiscovered ones.
We haven't even played this level technically.
Well, sort of.
Well, we've not played any of the levels that we featured so far when we do feature them. But this level is actually something that Naomi, who's one of the artists that works for Media Molecule, created on one of the kiosks at the Sony Style store while we were there breaking world records. And anyway, she published it under just the random ID that was logged in. And so it took us a few weeks to track down the level, but we finally found it. We finally got it recorded. Here's a cool little professionally done movie level.
Yes, by Media
Molecule, or Naomi from Media Molecule.
And only 13 of you have seen it.
And it's called Sack Love, so take a look at it.
Alright guys, next we have another level by another person that was in New York City. Jaden, he built Dragon Slayer, and it's a 6-part series, I want to say. And this is the first part, it's the introduction, and it's kind of a cinematic thing. I really liked it. The look of it was absolutely awesome, and it really does introduce you to what this level series is going to be. Quite captivating, and I think all the levels are out for you guys to play.
Stay tuned to his PSN.
Yes.
Check out all those levels. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be linked and all that.
Right.
So don't worry about that. Also, be sure to check out Javira22's Fist of Craft. I can't even say it. Fist of Craft Earth.
Okay.
Somebody like.
Yeah. Anyway, on to the news. What do you say?
Okay. So LittleBigPlanet just got updated to version 1.01, codenamed Cupcake. So instead of going with cheese updates this time around, we went with cake updates, I guess.
Well, I don't know if it'll be
updates.
cake. I think it'll be more of sweets.
Delectable sweets. So this update is codenamed Cupcake, and it fixes the Nox glitch, which is something that I've been plagued with for a couple of years at least.
Yes, Austin has been plagued with chronic shortness, and I don't think
in my real life
got rid
too.
of it in real life, but it definitely got rid of it.
So LittleBigPlanet is so real to life that even your sack boy gets shorter than all the rest of the sack people.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of funny because like he doesn't really swim. He kind of like paddles.
Yeah, and
it's
like
really
if
funny.
I'm walking through like knee-deep water in LittleBigPlanet, I'm
above
swimming.
the water.
I'm like, what's up with this? I can't walk through the water. So anyway.
And then he can't really jump out of the water either.
A few others of you have been experiencing this glitch. It's now fixed. Your sack boy should stand upright. You can walk through water, and you don't swim when you're at the top of the water.
Now, another fix in this was the clank eyes. A lot of you were saying, what happened to the green eyes? And I guess Media Molecule said, what happened to the green eyes? And they fixed it. and it looks quite stellar now.
Yes, it does. So the costume is now complete.
That was kind of a pun. Stellar.
Stellar.
Because they're from space and everything.
Right.
Stellar.
Ratchet Clank
Stars.
joke.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, and some of you are going to be upset, some of you are going to be very happy. Glitched pods are now fixed. So if you happen to block off your entrance portal, that is now fixed. It's going to be automatically removed, and you'll be able to spawn back into your game just fine.
Right, and also
Those
you
of
can access your pop-it from the start menu. So, well,
So
not your pop-it, but the reset pod.
reset option. So, like, if somehow you're stuck in a cycle of falling and falling and falling because you deleted your pod floor, you're now going to be able to reset your pod decorations from inside the start menu instead of trying to go into pop-it and trying to hit it before you fall into your death.
And now this is another, a lot of you are going to be happy, a lot of you aren't going to be happy. The DLC stealing glitch is gone. So it's another reason that you guys should be excited for our upcoming
That's putting
contest.
the fist down right there. I like that.
Yeah. Have we announced
Because
the contest
a lot
yet?
of you guys, not you guys viewing, I mean, maybe a few of you,
Yeah.
but I really hated how people were stealing crowns, because they're losing their coolness if you can just go out there, download a Sackbot, and steal the costume off of them.
But, I mean,
So-
that is kind of a cool thing, sharing the costumes.
It
Because,
is. It's a cool idea, but the DLC sharing thing, if you don't have the yeah, forget about it. That's
you know,
stupid.
somebody actually, I think we forgot to write this down, but somebody made us a tribute level
They did.
of, like, the studio, and it was
That's
absolutely
right. Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. I forget who made that.
Me
But
too.
it was really cool.
But then, like, you get, we'll probably have it at the bottom or something.
Yeah.
And then you get costumes of us, and it's, like, super duper awesome.
Yeah,
So,
well, we were just searching levels because someone told us they made us a level or something, so we went and checked, and they built like a replica of the
yeah,
studio.
it was
so
completely and
that was
totally
really cool.
awesome.
Also, more levels. Hansel and Gretelbot, that series that we were talking about last week, is now out.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
So you can go play those levels right now on the community, right?
Yes.
And
if any of you guys are watching that helped make that, pop us an email and we'll try to get an interview or something
Yeah,
set
yeah,
up.
that'd be
That would
really
be
cool.
lots of fun. And lastly, we have PlayStation Home. You can go check out our new exclusive, unseen, never before noticed seen thing in the PlayStation Home Community Theater next Thursday. And if you're watching on Monday of next week, then it'll be
this
Thursday.
And if you're
So-
watching like 5 years into the future, then forget about it, 'cause it's probably not there anymore.
Yeah, PlayStation Home. It's probably still up in our episodes, nowhere to be found. So, go check that out before it's 5 years later and it's gone.
Okay, so thanks for joining us this week, guys. That's all the news, levels, and shoutouts that we have for you. Be sure to drop us a line at littlebigpodcasters@gmail.com if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions.
Follow us on Twitter at LBPodcast. Subscribe on YouTube. And you can also watch on the go on one of these devices on iTunes. So subscribe on iTunes, and you can sync up to
Right.
your iPod and all that fun
So
stuff.
don't forget about the level links in the description. If you want to go check out our level lineup, all you have to do is search Little Big Podcast level lineup episode 108.
Or click the link in the description.
Right, and that'll immediately bring you to the level where you can go into 3 level links of the levels that we chose this week.
Right. And then when you're done with that level, you can click start and then return to level, and it'll bring you back, and you can play all the levels in that one place. Don't forget to heart that level, and you can notice, or heart the level, and then you can notice when the new updates are up.
Awesome. Well,
Yes.
we will see you guys next Friday. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye!